Hello and welcome to Tarot Talk. And today, this concluding episode, we're going to be talking about the layout of the cards, the spread, as it's called, when you do a reading. Now, traditionally, the reading, the most familiar reading that is done is called the Celtic Cross. But we're using the Motherpiece deck, which is circular. And the spread that we use is a circular spread. So before you use the cards, you want to make sure to ground yourself. And you can do that literally by feeling your feet on the ground, by imagining roots growing from the soles of your feet down into the depths of the earth. Breathe, center, focus. I recommend some kind of brief thanksgiving, statement, prayer, just to tap into the source energy and give thanks and ask for guidance. Everyone has their own way of doing that. So after you've done that, whatever it is, then you're going to formulate your question, or your client, the person you're reading for, will formulate a question. And there doesn't have to be a question. It can be a general reading. So, as the client is speaking, or you're thinking about what you want to read about, you shuffle the cards, or your client shuffles the cards, and you shuffle them to get your energy into the deck. When you feel done, you put the cards down in a stack, facing down, and then with your left hand, you cut the deck twice, once and then again. And then you read from the top card. The layout goes like this. There are 11 cards in the layout. And of course, there's an exception to that, which I'll talk about when we get there. First card is laid down, and that is what we call the Significator. That represents the you that the reading concerns, either oneself or one's client, or if you're reading for a couple, both of them, or for a group, the energy of the group. First card is Significator. Then down and to the left, diagonally down and to the left, is the card representing the atmosphere. The atmosphere in which, or from which, the question emerges. Going back to the first card now and moving down diagonally to the right, we have the third card, and that represents the challenge. What needs to be integrated? What one is struggling with that one has to learn to embrace. Then we go down, straight down from the first card to the bottom. And that fourth card represents the root of the reading, the foundation, the cornerstone, in some cases, the body, the physical body, or the psychological self, foundation. From that fourth card, you're going to cycle up. The energy is going clockwise. You're going to cycle up to the left. And the fifth card on the left represents the recent past. What has happened and is now passing away. From that far left, you move up diagonally to the top, so which is in line with the root card. And that sixth top card represents the sky of the reading, the mind, what's on your mind, what you're thinking about, what wants to come in. And then still clockwise, we're moving down to the far right center line, and the far right card represents the near future, what's coming soon. Now we move up to the 10 p.m. position. And the card in that position represents self-image, how the one being read for sees themselves. Then we move to the 2 o'clock position. And the card in that position represents hopes and fears. Generally, what we hope for, we also fear in one way or another. Then we move down to the, I'm going to call it the 4 o'clock position on the right. The card in that position is called the House, and that represents somebody significant in your life, somebody important enough to have shown up in your reading. And then finally, we go to the 8 o'clock position on the left. And that last position, that 11th card, is the outcome, the resolution. Now, when we come to that last position, we hope to get one of the major arcana. If we haven't gotten a major arcana, if we get instead of one of the minor arcana, we pull again. If we still haven't gotten a major arcana, we pull again. So a maximum of 3 cards. If no major arcana has shown up in those 3 cards, then the outcome is unknown. So that's generally how you work with a spread and understand it. Now, it's really important to remember that the tarot is not written in stone. We have free will. So if in your reading you see that what's coming in the near future is something you don't like, then you can begin to think about how you want to change that, how you want to do things differently. The tarot is not a black and white, good and bad tool. It's not there to be scary. It's a wonderful ancient wisdom tool used for growth and healing. So that is the Motherpiece spread. You can, of course, you can make up your own spreads. There are hundreds of spreads that you can seek out in your own exploring. You can always just pull a card a day to see what the day's energy is going to be. You can do past, present, future. So again, shuffling, cutting twice, and then 1, 2, 3. Past, present, future. You can do a yes or no, and you can figure out your own way of how you want to lay that out. So it's really engaging and interesting to explore different spreads. And I thank all of you for watching. I encourage you to engage in sacred play with the tarot and explore it and make it your own. So many blessings to all of you and many thanks. Bye-bye.